again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what.
I'm about to also open up all of these boxes.
Peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on.
Hey, what's up y'all? Welcome back to A Pack With Me. We are getting prepared for Disney Aulani in literally less than 24 hours. And so we are going out there for 7 days. I'm going to take you along with our pack and prep day and also just show you the intricate details of what we do to go to Aulani. And so if you are down to have some summer fun, hey, what's up y'all? So I am actually on my way to Sam's Club. I have some returns. I purchased like 3, I call them mom cute bathing suits because I'm a thick girl, so I like it to be full coverage, especially going to like a family resort. And they weren't comfortable and they were $10, but I'm just like, I'm not just gonna keep them. And so I end up finding my Skims swimsuits and they still fit just fine. And because we have a DVC 1-bedroom villa, we have a washer and dryer. So if I need to wash the ones that I'm bringing versus bringing like 6 to 7 bathing suits, I can. And so we are running errands this morning. So to run down what this particular prep day is going to look like is I'm going to Sam's Club. My eldest son is watching my youngest son because they're still half asleep upstairs. We had a long day and night yesterday playing and stuff like that. My husband just left and he went to go get a haircut. Then he's going to come back. We're all going to start packing literally in the suitcase today. My goal is to have at least 95% of the stuff in the suitcase ready to go by latest 3 p.m. because we do want to go. We will be going to the Downtown Disney HBCU celebration where they have like the marching band. And from my understanding, it's 1 day only. It's not like a 1-week event. And so we do want to get there an hour before it starts so that we can make sure we park, make sure we get a spot, and especially so my youngest son can be able to see because he's the shortest of the crew. So we got our hands full today. Outside of that, we just got off the phone with Southwest. We did purchase our tickets before they did the whole you can't get no free bag, thank goodness. And I did find out from someone in my client circle in one of my business programs that if you switch your ticket, even though you originally purchased it, let's just say if you go in there and change your coming back flight, it will not count because it looks like a purchase after like the May deadline or whatever. So I'm like, well, we're not changing ours because Hawaii literally only has in Southwest from LA 1 nonstop flight in the morning and then 1 nonstop flight coming back in the evening. So we don't play around with the stops on a already 5.5-hour flight. So our flight leaves in the morning at 7:05. We do live about 40 miles away from the airport. And so on those mornings, because we have to also drop off the car and then go through TSA, and that is the first flight, so we shouldn't have any issues there. I need to go, when I come home, I also need to look up what time does Chick-fil-A open because we are going to plan ideally to bring snacks, but the morning snacks hit different than like a lunch snack. A lunch snack, we can go buy a salad, a sandwich or something tonight, warm it up, put it in some foil or something, and eat it on the plane. But when it comes down to breakfast, ain't nobody really hungry when we first get there, but then they get hungry when we get on the flight. Don't know if I'm the only mom that experiences this because I can drink, a shake or something like that. I can bring, I can buy some water in the airport, grab some ice from Starbucks and like fill this up, or I can actually eat oatmeal at Starbucks. My oldest son, he can eat a sandwich from Starbucks. My husband as well, but it's really the youngest son. He's very, very picky. And I think the only thing we will be able to prep is like what I'm gonna have so far. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, load up on their snacks for the airplane. We are gonna be taking snacks with us. And so I'm gonna show y'all what that looks like as well. Because their groceries in Hawaii are just almost double the amount. So we're going to maximize the stuff we buy in bulk at home. That makes sense because we also will have backpacks and rolly bags that we can put on the plane. And so we're gonna put all the food and snacks probably in the bigger suitcase, and then anything that's like smashable, like I have my little cups of oatmeal, we're going to put those probably on the plane with us. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this day started. I'm about to head to Sam's Club and then I'm gonna do an in and out run. I told the boys, go ahead, wake up, brush your teeth, don't eat like a late breakfast. It's already 11 o'clock, so I'm just gonna buy lunch. And then I tell the oldest, go ahead and start getting your stuff out, folding it up. I will put his stuff in packing cubes because he just be throwing stuff in there. And when we went to our Disney World in December, his packing cubes weren't even full, and he had like 3 of them, and I'm like, this could have been condensed to literally 1, y'all, because he don't understand that packing cubes compress. And so I typically will pack his stuff. We are not going to be taking the bag ones where you put the vacuum on there. We did that for New York because we knew we would go shopping out there. We don't go shopping in Hawaii. We're really there for family vacation, rest, retreat, you know, chill. And so we may get a couple of souvenirs from Disney, but we don't bring back clothes, shoes, and things like that. They did their school shopping in New York and online. So we're gonna just do the OG packing cubes, because another tip is when we do the packing cubes, it is easier when we're going to the villas because they have full dressers. And I unpack me and the kids' clothes. My husband usually lives out of his suitcase. Maybe he'll try the dresser thing, because I usually will have to take his stuff out for him. But I like the idea of literally taking the packing cube out of your suitcase and then just putting the packing cube in the drawer, which means that we intentionally pack our clothes accordingly. Like, one packing cube is maybe underwear, socks, pajamas, and swimwear. Another packing cube is clothes. You know, that's how we pack. So that way, when the boys open up the drawer, each kid has their own drawer. I have my own drawer. My husband has his own drawer. And then everything else, like toiletries, goes in the bathroom anyway. So, all right, y'all, let me go ahead and back out of my garage, because that's where I'm sitting. And then I will go to Sam's Club and let y'all know if I could swap out my stuff. Bathing suits, I'm not swapping out anything, but I did buy a dress. They had like some cute dresses from like Gap and the Sam's Club brand. Super good quality. Like, people be sleeping on Sam's Club and Costco. So they were like $10. One of them I bought a large, one of them I bought an extra large. I am 5'8". I definitely have put on some pounds. And the way that I would prefer these dresses to fit, also because of my height and because of my curves, ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about if you look thick, is the taller you are and the more backside and sides you have, the more the dresses typically raise just by default. And so the extra large wasn't super big, and it had like little pockets, but it was flowy and nice, and it doesn't make me feel like I'm constantly pulling my dress down. Versus the large, when I put it on, it literally looked like a t-shirt, because it's like a t-shirt dress, but the large looked like a t-shirt, because if I take one step, my thigh out. And so I don't want to take that. And I'm like, I want to be comfortable on the strip. I like thin but good quality wear so that it's easy to pack and it's not heavy. And yeah, so all right, let's go to Sam's Club and let me see if I can find what I need. All right. Okay, so while I'm driving, I'm gonna chit chat with y'all. So this is also a day in the life of a mom, business owner, psychologist, wife, all the hats, right? And from time to time, especially when I post around travel, people are wondering online, especially my clientele, because I do serve therapists in my business, and just the general public when I talk about like overall wellness, mental health, and what some people may call it the balancing act. I call it work-life integration. People want to know, like, you know, what are the steps that are involved as a business owner as well to plan a family trip, especially when you have a business. And so to give you some context, to show you like how we typically plan and then how things have evolved over the years, because your life is going to evolve, because people around you lives are going to change, especially if you have children, and or if you have parents that are aging, like other things that can just get not in the way, but like shift the way that you do things. So currently our boys are 7 and 14 years of age. So one of our kids is, you know, in a traditional school setting, out for the whole 2.5 month thing during the summer, with sporadic breaks throughout the year. And he's going to the 9th grade as of this fall. Our 7-year-old goes to school year round, and we couldn't get around that in the district that we live in, but we just made it work for us. We requested months that when we originally went into this district when he was in kindergarten, we intentionally chose the track where he's off in one of the months in the summer, where we know that both boys will be off all month, because regular kids get out maybe end of May, and in California they get out like the middle or the beginning of June. So we were like, let's choose a month that we know that we'll have them all for the whole 30 days and then, you know, work around it. Then we also chose that track because my youngest son, it's a month where he can be off for pretty much half of his birthday month, if not more than half, probably like 3 out of the 4 to 5 weeks in March. And then also there's a month where I like to travel, and we looked at the history of when we travel, and also more importantly, when are slow months to travel. Like if we were going to Walt Disney World or visiting family, and the weather was like okay no matter where we wanted to go. So we chose a track that worked for as best as we could all parts of our life. It's not perfect, but in the last 2 years I have intentionally even planned my business events around those months off that my son has. And some people are like, oh my God, I don't like the track system. Would I desire for them to be off at the same time? Yes. But it's almost like I wish that I could have 50 and 50. Maybe I wish that the summer break was equivalently as long as the spring break, because one of his breaks overlaps with spring break, so he's out for 6 weeks. I wish it was the opposite. I wish that we were out for 6 weeks for the summer, and then for spring break we were only out for 3.5. That's what I wish, because that will work out more for a kid having a regular summer, especially when we want to go out of town and visit our family members. Those kids are not in school, so we have to try to hit up our family members on like holidays or whatever. So that's our context. Now, taking you back, I'm gonna say even 10 years ago, is when I first, was dating my husband, and I believe we were engaged when this happened. Yeah, we were engaged. Is when my eldest son was, how was he, 5? When he was 5, we took him to Walt Disney World for the first time with my family. So when we traveled with my family, our vacations were typically planned the day after Christmas. And when I say planned, meaning we bought the tickets, because we will be traveling with 8 to 10 people. So we would buy the tickets, this is a hack, the day after Christmas, because there are sales, and or the day after New Year. But we found that over the years, the best deals that we had were the day after Christmas. So we did that for years on and out, where the first year we did Walt Disney World. The second year we did a DC trip, and then we ended up upgrading to stay. We took one of my best friend's daughters, which is also my son's cousin, because I ended up marrying, I married my best friend's husband's cousin. If you could just rewind that back, right? So now me and my friend feel like we cousins, right? So that's like a dream come true. That's like my best friend from high school. So anyways, we took her daughter and we went to DC, and then did a 24-hour, like, get a backpack, keep our hotel room. No, I think we checked out of our hotel room. No, we kept the hotel room in DC, and we went on Amtrak, and that's when I first started learning that hack with my family. Let's just do a day trip in the other city, whichever city we're in, and then get back on Amtrak and go back, kind of thing. So we did that, and then after that, it just became regimented, where we started going to Walt Disney World 1 to maybe 3 times a year, primarily because I had also started coaching with a mentor, and that was her home base. So she would already have like a conference every year. We would have some of our mastermind events out there every year. So it just became so normal for us to go out there. And then my mom also had a timeshare, or has a timeshare out there. So it was nothing for us to go out there at least once a year. Outside of that, we would have to pay to stay somewhere. So we've been doing that for the last decade, right? But in the last 2 years, my eldest son has been in sports, and so that is a change. Our son went from daycare, having a lot of flexibility, to then a year-round school that now conflicts with the eldest son, if you get me. Like, you can see how these schedules may change. And then on top of that, I design my work schedule, my business schedule around my life, right? So we have to be flexible as parents. And on top of that, our eldest son goes to school 40 miles away by his mom's house. So with that said, it's a lot of moving pieces around here, okay? And online, it may look like, your girl keep it together. I got personality type A, and I'm organized, and to a large degree I am. But please note, I have for a long time, mild anxiety. It has led to panic attacks. My cortisol levels during certain seasons, I'm sure, is high, and that's not good for me being in my 40s. And so all that to say, this year, we knew that we wanted to go to Aulani, but because we didn't know my eldest son's new high school football schedule, what's going to happen during the summer, and then we also had to gauge just like what else was possibly happening in the summer as well. We didn't know if we were going to go to Aulani. So we decided to pull the trigger and buy the plane tickets around spring break, and all of that was fine. And then we just start planning accordingly. Everything kind of fell in place. To also give you some knowledge around resort stay. So the first hack, like I said, is ideally buy your tickets at least 9 to 12 months in advance, because you will get the better deal. And going to certain locations, I can promise you, it's not going to be cheaper. Like, I see those memes when they say, you know, we sit here waiting for the flights to go down, and then we look up and a $500 flight is now $1,300. And that is what happened with us when we went to Walt Disney World for New Year's, because we kept pushing back the date. And I'm like, oh my God, we spent like an extra $1,000 just for like trying to wait. I will never do that again. So for Aulani, we are Disney Vacation Club members. So we do have, through my mom, a timeshare in Florida. We also have Walt Disney World, and we have Disney Vacation Club, and we made Aulani our home resort. So our home resort means that let me back up. When you buy a Disney Vacation Club membership, you can buy it directly through Disney, or you can buy it through resale, like a DVC resale market. You can go look up their YouTube page. They have a whole page, weekly podcast on it. So we went through resale. We got 200 points. Now, unfortunately, the way that points work is that every year Disney increases what your points are worth when you are staying at a resort. So for example, 200 points back in a day may have gotten you a whole 2-bedroom villa that's probably cash worth $10,000 or nothing more during certain seasons at Aulani. 200 points now gets us 3 nights, maybe 4, 1-bedroom max. If we want a 2-bedroom, we will have to travel off season, but that's not possible with our oldest son, because he goes on a traditional school schedule. You see now why we have to plan carefully. So we just had to chalk it up that until he turns 18, he really can only travel with us during high peak seasons, which means that we really have to be on the plane ticket thing and even the Disney Vacation Club. So when you go into Disney Vacation Club, you also have to choose, kind of like your high school, we have to choose our home resort. The reason why you choose your home resort, they say choose where you want to stay. Walt Disney World is more of a bigger deal because it's multiple resorts, meaning if it's booked out, you will have a higher likelihood of booking your home resort, because your home resort schedule unlocks for the calendar 11 months early. So if we wanted to stay at Aulani in December, we can see the availability starting in February. Versus, let's just say somebody over here gets a Disney Vacation Club and their home resort is Grand Floridian at Walt Disney World, like just somewhere in Florida, not Aulani, right? They can still book at Aulani with their club points, but they won't be able to see the same calendar we see until 7 months prior. So as you can see, the closer you get to your date, and with high peak seasons, the higher likelihood you're not going to get the room that you want. So I'm saying all of this because this is what happened to us this time. We had never experienced in the last 3 years since we became DVC members an issue with getting the room that we want, because we've been the week before Christmas, we've been in January low peak seasons, we've been during Mother's Day, different seasons. And so this was our very first time going during the summer with the kids. I've been one time in July with my family, and that was when me and my husband were first dating in 2014. And we went under my uncle's DVC, but then he ended up selling it like a couple of years later. So when I booked the room, there was only availability for a 1-bedroom, not a 2-bedroom, for 3 nights, 4 days. Well, I don't want to travel to Hawaii to go to Aulani, and then I have to pay cash to stay at a hotel in Waikiki Beach. I love split stays. Split stays is you choose between 2 locations and you maybe even split the bill, because staying at Aulani is not low, right? So I always encourage people, if that's a place that you want to go, really consider splitting your stay. And also it's fun to me to stay in the city. You get to do the Waikiki, you want to go to Pearl Harbor, all those things. This is what I would do if I'd never been to Aulani. I like to end my trip at Aulani, but that's not always possible because that didn't happen with this trip. I like to end on the beach, not end in the city. So ideally, I would go to Waikiki Beach. Let's just say if we land on Saturday, I would go to Waikiki Beach on Saturday and Sunday, maybe 2 days max. And then I would check out on Sunday or Monday and then go to Aulani for 4 nights, right? And then I would go home. You can do a flip, it's up to you. But I say that because When we did it this time, and it's summer, the prices for the hotel we typically stay in at Waikiki Beach were triple the amount. Triple, right? And on top of that, some of the hotels that you may look at, you have to pay in full up front. So if you want to do a pay now, pay later, like I'll pay when I check in a hotel, you may not be able to do that, especially to get the best deal. So what we did to secure our Disney Vacation Club, we went ahead and booked the room for 3 nights, 4 days, which means that we fly out on Sunday. We actually are doing Aulani first because that's the only way we were able to get the room. We're going to check into Aulani on Sunday. And originally we would have had to check out on Wednesday, and we had already bought our plane ticket. So we would have checked out on Wednesday and stayed at Waikiki Beach until Sunday. That's a long time and a $2,000 bill. I don't want to pay that. And so, nor do I want to stay in Waikiki Beach that damn long. So I put in through the DVC resale market, their videos, they said put in on a wait list because a lot of people cancel their trips 7 days out. So originally, when you go into the website, you can choose to say, I want you, if I don't get off the wait list and secure a spot, I want you to tell me this on the 30-day mark of my vacation or 7-day, which means you plan a little bit with fire with how you set up your extra hotel room. For example, if you set up a hotel room as a backup because you got booted off the wait list, if you follow, and let's just say your wait list is for 7 days out, but the hotel that you booked says you got to let them know 14 days out if you're going to make a change. You don't want to play with that, so you may choose the 30-day window. Well, I booked a room through originally hotels.com, and it allowed me to cancel the room up to like 3 days before we came. And I chose those hotels for a reason. So something told me the day before the 30-day mark hit, because I hadn't received an email saying that we were off the wait list or we got the room for the extended stay. We just wanted we wanted to stay 2 extra nights and check out on Friday to stay at Waikiki Beach Friday through Sunday. So 2.5 days. So I went in and I changed the wait list. I said, what's the worst thing that could happen? We just got to stay at the hotel that we're at. Like at least we got to back up. So I said, you know what? We're going to choose the 7-day window, which means that I'm banking on we're going to be pulled off the wait list and given a room 7 days before our trip. So while we were in New York, I remember my husband and my eldest son were walking around looking for school clothes or whatever. So me and my youngest son was sitting in front of I'm just visualizing it. We were sitting in front of like the store or whatever. And y'all listen to your intuition. My intuition said, dang, you ain't got it. First it said, go check your email, but it specifically told me go log into the Disney Vacation Club app, because for whatever reason, I didn't get an email saying that I got kicked off the wait list, and that day was the deadline. There was no alarm per se. It wasn't on my calendar, but my intuition randomly in the middle of the day while we in Soho said, check your email and check Disney Vacation Club. So glad I listened to my intuition again. So I checked my email, nothing. Searched my promotion, spam, nothing. So then I logged into DVC. I saw that it said welcome home, and it had both reservations. Your girl manifested 2 reservations, which means that we get to stay through our points, no cash up front because we already paid for our Disney Vacation Club monthly. So we are able to stay at Aulani from Sunday through Friday. And then we're going to check out on Friday, go to, and I'll tell you all this other manifestation we had. We're going to stay in Waikiki Beach from Friday to Sunday. So then I was like, I really want my hotel at Waikiki Beach to be like half the price. Now, when we went to DC and New York, we started staying in this hotel that I had the experience of staying at when I went on business trips and I was a speaker and people would put me up on a hotel. And I noticed that they kept putting me up in a Marriott, but it was like a modern Marriott. It was called the AC Hotel. And so my intuition again said, hey, why don't you, sorry, I'm backing up. It said, why don't you check the Marriott Hotel? Because we didn't have a good experience with the hotel upkeep itself. Not the hotel customer service, but just like the oldness of the hotel. When we went with my family like a couple of years ago, I didn't like it. And then we started staying at this Aulani hotel, And that hotel was lit, but that's a hotel that was triple the amount. So I was like, I love this hotel. I love the rooftop pool. I love that it's down the street from like all the eateries. My kids love it. The ambiance is fire. But do I really want to pay triple, or do I just want to relax and not pay all this money out of pocket? So something told me to go back to the Marriott website. And when I logged in, I scrolled twice and I saw the AC hotel. And I said, damn, I didn't even know they had an AC hotel. And it's within the prime location still. The price was like $200 a night. The other hotel was like $500 a night. I said, cha-ching. I must have canceled that other reservation so fast. And I told my husband, I said, not only did we manifest an extended stay at Aulani, which was my preference, but we also manifested a lower hotel bill. Hello. So with that said, I just made it to Sam's Club. I just wanted to share with y'all like the behind the scenes of how we plan and prep a trip. As I continue to take you on this prep day, just to let you know, we're going to break down our vlogs into like a travel day, check-in day. I may also this time do like a separate room tour versus embedded in the first video. I don't know. It depends, because I have actually a room tour, but it's not as crisp like this camera is. The Osmo, it was on my old camera with a messed up microphone. So I may just do like a room tour as well. And yeah, I'm going to take y'all along the journey. I don't know how many pieces of the video it's going to be, because unlike Disney World, where we can break it up based off the parks, based off the days, we're really just going to be chilling on the beach. So a lot of the stuff can probably be combined into Aulani days, unless it's like a character breakfast like day or something like that. It'll be Aulani beach days, and then a Waikiki beach days or something like that, or city days or something like that. But if you have questions around being a mom and planning a vacation, or if you are a business owner and you have questions around taking time off your business and how do you do that, how do you prep to take time off, this channel is all around abundant living and designing a business around your life, meaning you put your life on the calendar and then you schedule everything around it. And so if you are for that abundant type content, then make sure you stay connected with me, subscribe to this channel, definitely like this video, but let me know what questions you have in the comment box. But I'm gonna check back in with you in a second. I'm gonna run into Sam's Club because these kids I think are already waking up. I'm gonna finish drinking my shake real quick, and then I'm gonna go in here and make this exchange. All right. Hey y'all, so I was in there for about maybe 20 minutes. I ended up upgrading what I thought I was gonna get. So I have a lot of shorts but no tops, and so I'm trying to like find things that match, that are simple. So this is the dress that I was referring to, that's like a t-shirt dress. So I like this color. It's like a soft blue, and the material is so soft. The one thing you do gotta notice, and I'm like, dang it, I think this one got a mark, but you gotta really pay attention to this stuff to make sure it's not dirty, because it'd be on that table. But yeah, so here's the dress right here. You can see it's already a little short, and I'm 5'8". So I got that. And then I also got another one of these. Now I think I got a size that's too big, but it'll shrink. Got an extra large, because again, this is like a one-stop shop. So like ladies, when you go to the bathroom, there is no detachment from the bottom. So it's only caveat, you got to get fully unclothed to go to the bathroom. But I got that. And then I did go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm not gonna unwrap it right now. I'm gonna wait till I get home and do like a video on it. But I got the GoPro. So it was on sale for $199. It's like a basic one, but every time we go out there, I'm like, dang, I don't like taking my phone per se in the water at all, even though we got the little pouches, just because I still don't trust them pouches. Yeah, I just don't. So like if you don't seal it correctly, anything can happen. And so even though the phones are waterproof, it don't mean that your phone is just supposed to be underwater. You know what I'm saying? And so we had wanted the GoPro, I think 2 years ago, when we went to the Polynesian, and we noticed that the kids kept like getting on the water slide. And this time, let me tell y'all what I'm gonna do for prep, and like, don't judge me. So I'm gonna take my Fenty hair products. I'm gonna make sure I take all my hair stuff. I don't know, I usually don't get under the water. And ladies, my little friend supposed to be here. Hoping she don't come. If you know, you know, monthly, right? It always comes when I'm in the water, right? But it ain't gonna be there the whole time. So I'm saying that because this happened last time, and I didn't even get all the way in the water half of the trip because of that. And then on top of that, these crochet braids, I don't know, dang, I should probably go really buy some sandals. I should stop by DSW. I might. All right, I'm probably gonna stop by DSW real quick and run in here and see if they got some sandals, because I ain't got no like regular girly sandals. I only got like the strapped ones, so I'm gonna run in here. But What I was saying is, I don't know how this hair is gonna do in chlorine. I don't know if it's gonna mat up. So what I'm going to do, just in case, to prep me for if I need to cut this hair out of my head, is I'm gonna take my scissors. I'm gonna take a little trash bag and stuff it in there if I like the hair to throw it away. So just in case I need to take my hair down, because I want to go in the water and go down a slide and videotape me going down the slides and all the kids. I want to get like different points of view with the slide, but I can't do that if I don't want to go underwater. And so we about to make this happen. So I'm gonna run in DSW really quickly. I actually need to text the boys and just tell them to hold on for another quick second, because I didn't have enough time to order more on Amazon. I am also going to, sorry, trying to drink this rest of this post-workout shake. I'm also gonna take y'all on an unboxing journey. All of our stuff from Amazon should be getting there hopefully before we go to downtown Disney, so that I can get everything situated. It's not like clothing, it's more like toiletry stuff, like a travel razor. I'm just in an era where I really want to buy things that I can use over and over again, but also minimize the amount of things that we're taking in our suitcase, you know. So all right, let me run into DSW. I'm gonna check back with y'all, see if I can find something. All right, y'all, so I'm back. I did find 2 pair of sandals. One of them was 20% off. I did choose to be super intentional with my choices and choose a color that I knew could go with a lot of outfits there, and then also find shoes that I can wear outside of a vacation. So if we're talking about, like, what is it called? Being a minimalist. I wouldn't consider myself a minimalist. However, I am just making better, I don't even want to say better. It's not like I've made not good choices regarding purchases during life seasons that I was in. But I'm definitely in a season now where I would rather spend more time on resort, food, and travel, and abundant life experiences for the family. So I'm about to pull into In-N-Out and order us some food. So let's see what we're gonna get. Hold on, y'all. Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks for asking.
Can I have a plain burger, just burger and bun?
Do you want cheese in it?
No.
Okay.
A double animal style, no pickles.
Okay.
And then a regular double, no pickles.
Okay.
And then 3 fries and a small vanilla shake.
Gotcha. And for the regular double, did you want onion?
No onions on any of them,
Perfect.
outside of what's in the animal style.
Gotcha. Is that going to be for the card today?
Can I have them in a box and a lid?
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Just going to read your order back. It is going to be a hamburger plain. You had a double, animal style, no pickle. Double, no onion or pickle. In total, 3 fries and a vanilla shake and a box of sugar.
Oh, I forgot to add my burger. Okay, a grilled cheese animal style, no pickle.
Gotcha. Anything else?
No.
Perfect's going to be 32. 30 please out the next window. When you march, just go ahead and follow behind that white car on your right.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you too. So look at me, sitting here ordering for everybody else, and your girl forgot her own food. All I got was a fries. And so I don't eat beef. Don't ask me why I'm at In-N-Out, but I'll thug it out with a grilled cheese. The one thing I can say about In-N-Out, just like this Costco food is out, you know, getting the hot dogs and stuff, is that they don't really inflate these prices. I know that for sure. So it feels good to get food for $4 and it's still under $35. I mean, let me tell y'all something. So I went to Jack in the Box like a couple of months ago, and I told my youngest son, I said, when you with me, we ain't eating here. Like, I don't eat there, but for sure, I'm not gonna get him no kids meal. I went through the drive-thru, got my husband a large shake and my son a kids meal. The nuggets were probably this big, right? It didn't even fill a fry bag, small. The fries didn't even fill the fry bag, in a big old bag that they gave it to me in, with barely a toy. The only thing that didn't change the size is the drink. Tell me why that was like $15 and some change. I said, say what? I could have went and got a whole Cobb salad for $15 on a healthier tip. Now, granted, this was for my son, but I was just like, I will drive all the way to Chick-fil-A because I know they ain't gonna ever let me down. I will drive all the way to Cane's. Now, Cane's in 2021, y'all did cut the size of them chicken strips. You think I didn't notice, but the price ain't inflated that much. But In-N-Out, we can get a meal over here for $5. And so the only thing I will say about In-N-Out, to me, it fills you up in the moment, but I don't know what's in their food because I swear I'm hungry like within 2 hours. And so probably because I don't eat no meat. So duh, Takesha, you don't eat protein, hence the fries are only going to do so much. And then I don't really drink the soda. I don't drink the lemonade. I'm also in a season, you know, since we're all about wellness as well here, not just the mind, not just your business and bank account, but also your mindset and your body. And I've noticed that in the last year and a half, I have had some serious issues with acid, like reflux. I haven't been diagnosed with anything. I'm not claiming a diagnosis, but I literally have to sit up, stand up, and or go take a walk after I eat. And I definitely have to eat earlier in the evening. And I can't lay down. When we did our Disney World trip, I had a spell. Meaning, because I don't eat beef or pork and I have a food allergy, I am limited, y'all, when I go out to eat, which is why by default, I end up having to default to a kid's meal chicken strips sometimes, because unless we go to a sit down restaurant, I don't have a lot of options. I would literally have to cook my food. And I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't like it. And as older as I get more allergic reactions to certain things. I don't know. All this stuff happened when I became an adult. Like, I wasn't allergic to certain types of peanuts until I was 25, right? Meaning I had ate them before and I never had a reaction. And it's not all peanuts. I don't have a peanut allergy. I have specific nut allergies that I know certain ones I definitely have to stay away from. But on top of that, my stomach is sensitive. So like, when we went to Walt Disney World, I couldn't eat some of the food because the chef couldn't guarantee me that there was not cross-contamination kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, anytime they say but, I'm like, just give me some chicken strips. And so I end up eating like cheese pizza. The unfortunate part is I end up eating it for the second time in the evening, but the second cheese pizza wasn't hitting like the first one. And I think because I went to the room and I laid down, let's just say we at the Polynesian Resort, the kids kind of fell asleep or in the bed, or no, I think some of them were in the shower. Somebody was in the shower, somebody was in another bathroom because they had like a 2-split bathroom thing. I was laying down, man, I must have jumped up so quick because I felt it coming in my sleep, and mine come up that way. So, and it is acidy. Man, I had a spell for about 20 minutes in the bathroom. All kind of ways, if you get me. And I'm not gonna keep saying TMI because this is the life of getting older, taking care of your body. You know, I would love to lose weight, but even though I'm not seeing a change on the scale, that's not gonna prevent me from not going to the gym. Because sometimes people be like, I ain't losing the weight, so I'm gonna stop going to the gym. No, I'm not just going to the gym to lose weight, because I know I gotta clearly not be an in and out, right? I gotta eat better. But also, I go to the gym just for wellness. Like, I have a 7-year-old. We do still want to extend our family. Like, health and technology is beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And so I got my checkups. I'm clear. You know, I'm good. I'm green light outside of that. The only factor is my age outside of that, and like how that impacts baby eggs. But I believe in God. I believe that he can do miracles. And I'm also saying this because I really have it in my heart. You know, I just don't know who want to tap into it. But I do know when I talk about it, it definitely gets a good conversation going, is women who choose to go to school, get their career done first, may have had one child, but then have a big gap in between kids or no kids at all. Maybe later on, they go to the doctor. Some women are told certain things about their health that they were never told. Some women just have a difficult time getting pregnant. And then some people, just like myself, just outright wait until we get older because of life choices due to career. And, you know, we don't want to stop at one kid. It doesn't suck because it was our choice, but it sucks that people on the internet may dog us because we should have had a baby when we were in our 20s. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sir. And it's always the sirs. I ain't really seen no females like down a female around choosing to wait until they have a child. And then some people have complications where it just so happened that God blessed them in their 30s and 40s with a child. But I say all that to say, I'm very proud to out loud say I still want to expand my family, because I feel like that is a taboo topic that women feel like they cannot talk about in public because of the shame that comes along with desiring to be a mom for the first time or another time after you're 40. I'm about to be 45. I see some things online talking about it's not fair to the kids. Who says I'm gonna die when I'm 80? You know, like, my grandmother is like 80 something and she just hitting dementia. And I firmly believe outside of just like regular health causes, these things are also brought on because if you're in a home and you're isolated to a degree, you're not as active as you were, And my grandmother, she was active outside. She was active working. She was active painting. She traveled, you know, and a lot of her siblings are also passing away. Her siblings don't live by her. It's just really her kids. And a lot of us and the grandkids are in their prime, or they're in college, or we've had kids, they're little kids, we're busy with our kids. And so, you know, everybody don't live on the same block no more. And I believe that if all her great grandkids were probably around and at her house, I don't believe that her health would be even where it is now. Physical health wise, she's perfect. It's just her memory, right? So I say all that to say, be okay with giving yourself permission. If you're a woman or even a man and you're seeking a partner and you want to have a child, it's possible. I had my first son when I was 38, and we are manifesting another child. So God will give me that child when he knows that, you know, he want to deliver the baby to me. So with that said, I am about to eat In-N-Out. Probably shouldn't be eating here, but I will cook dinner. I am going to make some wings and eat the rest of mac and cheese that we ate last night with our fish. Because again, outside of this, I'm really not trying to eat out until we leave because we will be gone for 7 days. And that bill, even though our villa does have a full kitchen, so I am on Instacart adding stuff to my cart, your girl ain't trying to cook no full-fledged dinner. I'm just not. Like, the only thing I might cook is tacos because that's easy and it's not a lot of ingredients. When you start traveling and you go to an Airbnb or a spot where you can, you know, cook your food, like, I bring my seasoning, but I don't have no travel size seasoning, nor do I want to order any. And so I'm just like, we just gonna have, I'll order, what I'm gonna intentionally do is get like stuff for breakfast, lunch, and snacks, and then we just have to eat dinner. So, all right, let me get my In-N-Out. Okay, y'all, so just made it home. Gonna show you what we got in In-N-Out, and then I'm going to start packing, and I will take y'all upstairs with me and also show you the shoes and sandals that I got. And so, get your finger out of there. We got 3 fries. Dad didn't want no fries. We got a plain burger, double animal style, double, and then my grilled cheese, animal style. So yeah, we're gonna grub down on some lunch, and then I'll show y'all what I got. All right. Hey y'all, so I do have my hair like tied up. It is hot. So multitasking, put my youngest son in the shower and folding towels, because I am folding the blankets that we use on the airplane as well. Hygienic wise, always wash those. We'll always wash these, the ones that fold up into one of these. Wash it, okay? Let's see. And then my son always takes his like baby little pillow that he got when he was a kid, and then we typically pack and take this one. This is like a Disneyland Paris like throw. It was for their 30th celebration. I think it's upside down. Oh no. Yeah, so it's cute. Little throw. So we fold that up. But let me show y'all what I got from DSW, and then I'm gonna finish this. All right, so I got 2 pair of sandals. This one is by Bach Shoes or Bulk Shoes. So they had gold, but and they're soft. I decided to go with the white flower ones. These will go really cute with a lot of my different color dresses. So I got white. It's a bendable, soft. I like soft. At my age, okay? And then I had to walk around with the thong a couple of times in the store because I hadn't had or wore thong sandals in so long. I want to make sure that they're comfortable. So I got that pair, and then I got Crown Vintage. So these are the neutral color. And again, these are super soft as well. So it's like the little baby Hermes sandals, two-toned, again, soft. Listen, some of this stuff, some of these that cost like thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of dollars. You go into those stores, and I kid you not, like I have some sandals from Louis Vuitton. Then I got some sandals from Dior. And they're the ones that have like the double straps. I kid you not, the Dior ones, way comfortable. I've been able to walk around at Walt Disney World with the sandals on. All park, feet not hurting, walk around the city, 10, 12 hours, I'm good. Louis Vuitton and Chanel sandals, same model, different shoe, When I say in New York, my feet were burning after like I did my event last week in New York. And I was in a room, but still it was like walking to the room from my hotel was like a 10-minute walk. But standing up, I didn't realize how much my feet were burning until I got back to the room. And then I'm like, let me not sit down because we're going to an excursion. But after that excursion was over, I was gonna thug it out and walk back to the hotel. And I told my husband, I said, yeah, I'm not doing it. Because I was trying to just be outside because we were in a room. But I'm like, I can't do it. So, all right. So these are my sandals. So I got 2 pair. And then I will unbox the camera later. Let me go get my son situated so that he can start getting dressed. I can start folding this stuff up. And then I will walk y'all through how I pack. Because I have to lay out all the stuff on this side. Because it was laid all over the bed neatly. And then I didn't put it in a suitcase or packing cubes last night. Because I needed to wait to finish washing. So I'm going to lay everything back out on the bed. So even if we don't pack before we leave, at least it will be in sections. All right, y'all. Give me a second.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh, you matter what, add it up, bankroll, euro.
Okay, y'all, so for the most part, we have all of our clothes out. I threw some jean shorts and an extra pair of shorts for me and my son in the dryer on delicates, just so that when I show you these like random tops, it's because, you know, we're just going to pack like a few extra pair of like shorts just in case we want to change through the day, especially getting out the water. So I'm going to walk you through, let me turn this around. I'm going to walk you through what we pack. And so I bought this from H&M. I'll make sure to link the hauling video that I got majority of kids clothes, and then there's a few things I got in here, but I got this from H&M. Bought this a couple of years ago to go to Hawaii, so I'm going to take this back with me. It doesn't hold much, but it's nice if I just need to walk around the resort or something. A nice little hoodie that I got from, I think, Costco. Then I have these 2 sets that I got from Target a couple of years ago. It has the bikini top, and I don't have the bottoms anymore, but it's just a cool outfit to wear around the resort. And then this like cute see-through like shawl thing that I can put over it, of course, because I don't want to walk around just with my bikini top on. Then I have 4 swimsuits. Again, we have a washer and dryer in the villa, so I'm going to be able to wash and, you know, dry these or hang dry them throughout our stay. So I have 4 swimsuits. These 3 are Skims. This is Disney with the see-through pants. And then here are my short sets and dresses. And so I have these t-shirt dresses that I got from Sam's Club, like a tennis short skirt situation, Gap from Sam's Club dress, another t-shirt dress from Sam's Club, skirt, I think I got that from Costco or Sam's Club, not sure, with a regular tank top, blue skirt jumper set. I'm still questioning these 2 dresses, just because I'll probably take them just to have 7 outfits, but I'll leave them for last. If I choose to wear them, it'll probably just be out walking around. Then these are like 2 random tops that I can either wear around the resort and or I can wear if I want to go to like the yoga classes, or maybe I may want to get up and take a walk and go to the gym and I don't want to wear my regular clothes clearly. So hence I have some biker shorts in here. Then I have these 2 short sets from Sam's Club. Then my pajamas are all from Fashion Nova. So then if we go over to the middle, we have me and my son's 2 towels. And then this is a towel that goes technically over his shoulders and over his head. He usually puts that on when we leave the pool. One thing I have learned is that if the wind picks up and you get out of that water, it can make your nose run. So just make sure that you're protecting you and your kids from catching a accidental cold, even when it's hot. And then for my youngest son's clothes, we are taking 1, 2, 3, 4 full swimsuits. This shirt can double up with these stitched shorts, only if he wants to wear a shirt. Sometimes he doesn't. More than likely, he's not even going to wear this shirt because he can put it on after. And a lot of these can be worn as a outfit, everybody. So this is why we got enough clothes to last us a week. But with kids, you know, sometimes you want to take an extra pair of clothes. A lot of these can be worn during the day, and then when he gets in the pool, and then we can change. We bring 4 pairs of pajamas. We have his 2 little Hawaii short sets that we got from H&M. Then this we bought, I think 2 years ago for Christmas. When we went out there in December. That's a little short set, a little button down. We got his little aviator glasses, and then his little Walmart straw hat. He does have a regular straw hat that's in one of these bags that I brought upstairs. And then we have just a regular Mickey Mouse like casual short set. These are all H&M short sets. These are regular shirts that need to be linked up with some shorts. And so he bought these specifically for Hawaii when he was with my husband. So this is like a muscle man little shirt. So we're going to just add 3 pair of shorts to that. And then we have 3 just random pair of shorts just to lounge around in the room because that's always needed. Probably going to put like a regular white t-shirt, but we got the black one. I always prefer to pack in sets. Then we have underwear, not a lot of socks I'm taking because he's going to probably have on his Crocs all day outside of swim shoes. So all of our swim shoes are there. My husband needs to decide if he's going to take red or black because he forgot he had red. So we have tank tops for when my youngest son gets dressed. Every family member has their own big towel. I actually, since we have a washer and dryer, I'm only going to take 1 big towel. And then everybody has their own small towel. I get these from IKEA for like $2 each. And then I typically take me 2 just because, as women, we wash up different parts of our body. So I take 2 of those. And then here are plain stuff. So we have our pillow that all of this fits into our backpack. So I have my blanket, his travel blanket, his pillow, and then I just brought this up here. I bought this a while ago on Amazon and I never used it. So we'll see if I use it this time. I'm not going to force myself. And then in terms of toiletries, let me walk you in the bathroom. So I'm going to pull out all of my toiletries. This is what I set up for, let me show you. We were going to take this to New York, but I end up deciding to like divide up my stuff because I didn't know if my bag with my work stuff was too heavy. So I took like a lot of these little things, and thank goodness, because I took some of them out the suitcase and put them in like the smaller suitcase. And I was like 1 pound away from being at 50 pounds. And so that shouldn't be the case this time because everything is a lot lighter. But I do have everything right now separated. So again, we're waiting on the Amazon package to come because it has some travel stuff in there. But we've literally, me and my husband and my kids, we've been living out of our toiletries for the last 4 days because we just got back from New York and DC on, Tuesday night, and it's Saturday. So there was no point of undoing everything. The biggest thing that we had to do was just go grocery shopping when we got back, and I only bought the food just for us to cook for those 4 days. And then we had to wash our clothes all over again, mainly like undergarments and like, the shorts and stuff that the kids wanted to wear. So right now, my eldest son, he's getting his stuff packed out on the bed and he needs to get dressed. My husband, I think he might actually be downstairs eating his In-N-Out burger. I need to start putting these things in packing cubes so that way my husband can have space to put his stuff in packing cubes as well. I decided to let him use the new packing cubes since he has the new suitcase. So I'm going to let him use these. These are the ones I bought from Bays. I'll make sure to link that video down below too, which was our newest Bays collection. So I'll make sure to link both me and my son's Bays collection plus like a work bag that I got plus like another updated one. So outside of that, I'm just like looking around. I have like, the sandals. The cool part about like these backpacks that we bought for the other trip is when I tell you these things expand. My husband and my sons took Timberland boots. Look at this backpack. By the time you see this video, that video should be up too, where I'll walk you through the backpacks. They're good for work, school, and especially travel. Especially if you're going somewhere for 2 days, we can literally go to Vegas and put all of our stuff in there and be good. And so, all right, y'all, I'm gonna get to putting these in cubes. I'll probably do like a little montage speed up so that you can see how I pack them in the cubes, because right now they're in squares, but typically when they go in cubes, because everything is right now soft, there's no jeans or anything, I usually will roll them up and put them into the cubes. And I buy these cubes off Amazon, just the basic ones. And so the question is now, where are the freaking cubes? Because we use those vacuum bags and now I don't know where the cubes are. And see, I'm finding like random stuff just sitting around. So like I gotta pack this is probably gonna go in our travel bag on the plane. But like, this is a prime example. Hold on, let me take y'all over here. So I'm gonna show you, give me a second. So I'm gonna show you what's inside this bag. So more than likely, I'm not gonna take this. I gotta see if this is gonna even fit on my head, like with this hair. So that's a maybe. Even though we bought the lanyards for our phones, I still tend to take this so it can go around my waistband. This is for like your ID, but when we're at Disney, we don't need our ID. Outside of my husband getting a drink, I don't take my ID. I just take my magic band and a spare room key or something. We take these for our towels with the clips. So I need to make like an Aulani Amazon list. I'll do that and I'll link it below just so you can see everything. But these you can clip to the back of the chair. We've had these for about maybe 3 years and they have been sturdy. They ain't broke. Then here are my Mickey Mouse slides. What else did we buy? So we just stock over the years, so I ain't gotta keep buying stuff over and over. So then we have our lockbox that we sometimes will take to the pool, and it got sand on it. So what? Sand. And then I have this hat that I bought and never wore. It goes around your ponytail, but again, probably won't wear this either. So usually put all of this in the backpack, and this is what we actually take to the pool. All right, so let me start packing in the cubes so we can see what time we gonna make it to see Mickey and HBCU. Okay, so I'm gonna have to improvise. I cannot find the kids' packing cubes, and I bet you I'm gonna find them when this stuff is already packed up. So I found my youngest son. He doesn't have that many. It's like this one, but it's my eldest son's. His packing cubes have come up missing. Now my husband does have packing cubes downstairs, so I'm just gonna ask him. I know he's eating right now, but like, can he just go in his old suitcase that we used to travel with? Because I feel like the packing cubes are there from when we went to Walt Disney World in New Year's, because that was the last time we used that big suitcase. So in the meantime, I know that my youngest son, most of his stuff technically fits in here, and if not, I have other pink ones. At the end of the day, they'll be in a packing cube. It don't matter if they're blue, pink, or not at this point, because they'll be in a suitcase and they'll be placed in the drawer. So I'm about to go ahead and get started rolling up these clothes, see how many clothes I can get in these packing cubes. My backup will be those bags. These bags right here. Like, this will be my backup, but I prefer the packing cube so that when we get to the resort, we can just take this out, plop it in the drawer, and keep it zipped, and we don't have to put our clothes in the drawer per se and use a towel and all that kind of stuff. Even though it's clean, I just prefer them to be in the packing cube. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's get started.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh, you matter what, add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh, you matter what, add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up, matter what, told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back.
All right, y'all, so just doing a quick check-in. So I am about to charge up this camera. I've packed so far my youngest son's 2 packing cubes. I've packed me up 2 packing cubes as well. We packed up our swim shoes. We did the compression bag for our towels, and then we just have more miscellaneous things like glasses. I'm still waiting on Amazon for toiletries. We got these hats, but stuff like this can be like placed in the backpack. And then we just need to figure out the shoes. I got 2 Mickey ears, just, you know, for walking around Aulani and things like that. And then I have like the beach gear, but what I tend to do is I keep a lot of the beach gear inside the beach bag. That way it stays there, and that also saves in space. And then again, a lot of the things will be going in our backpack. I'm also trying to make sure that our backpack is not heavy. So we're gonna take as much as we can in the suitcases. So I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna check back in with y'all. We need to actually, the rest of us need to get dressed to get going. We actually are making good timing. The only person who really needs to pack is my husband, but that doesn't take long when it comes down to summer stuff. He's pretty simple. My eldest son, he got all his stuff on the bed, so I told him as long as it's there before we leave, I could just come and throw it in a packing cube so we can put it in the suitcase when we come home, and then I could just go through the toiletries. And so if I don't see y'all before we leave, odds are I won't. It's already 3:17 and we supposed to leave at 4 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead, charge up this camera, hop in the shower, get dressed, take y'all with us to Disney for the HBCU event. I'm probably gonna do little clips depending on everything that's in there. If it's a lot, I might even carve out a separate video, but I've never been, and they never actually had it from what I understand. So I hit up a couple other Disney people and I was like, do you know what time I should get there? And they were like, they never had it. So we're just gonna go get a drink and we'll see what's gonna happen. So I'm like, all right. I'm just more concerned around the not the parking itself, but like when you have to park far in the back is hot. So we're not parking by the Disney parks, we're parking by downtown Disney, but sometimes getting off that freeway is congested and getting on the freeway from our house is congested. So those are the things that we really have to look out for. But outside of that, I'm making good time and I'm happy. This will prevent me from being up to midnight. I'm also, before we leave, I'll show you, actually, you know what? I'll show it to you when we go downstairs right now. I'm gonna show you the snacks with what we have laid out what I was referencing earlier when I was in the car. I'll show you the other things that we're gonna take with us. And then, yeah, hope you enjoyed it so far. All right, let me show you our snacks. Okay, so here are all our snacks. And so these, I'll show you. I got them divided up. So I'm gonna take these to the room just so it's left stuff we gotta buy. So I'm gonna take me 7 liquid IVs. We'll probably buy more snacks, but this is like cool for the room. I have my 3 oatmeals. I'll swap between this English McMuffin like sandwiches because I'm gonna order some of that from Instacart. And then I also want like this flatbread breakfast thing from Aulani itself, but I don't want to get that every single day. Got a lot of fruit roll-ups because again, when we're by the pool, the kids just sometimes want a snack, not food. I'm gonna bring my tea. I did decide to just bring my son's popcorn from home. That way we can use our Aulani existing 2 buckets, fill them up. So listen, if y'all traveling on a budget, this is the hack. If you go to Disneyland or Disney World, we go to Aulani, so we got this, but just bring a popcorn bucket, okay? And get 7 to 10 of these, pop them in your room. That's if you have the room with the microwave. We have a villa. If you don't have that, you can buy the bucket, and then I think it's like either free or $2 refills. All right, we are going to take our Aulani cups just to even put water and drinks from in the room in there. So we have 4 of them. I don't know if they have newer designs, but I'm just like, we can't keep bringing these mugs home from here on Walt Disney World because at this point we done got like 15. Okay. So again, trying to condense things. Then we're going to take these probably on the plane or somewhere in the rollaway luggage to go in the top bin so it won't get smashed. We're going to take these muffins. Again, I didn't bring enough for a whole week, but let's just say if my youngest son eats these, because I'm gonna ask my eldest son, like, does he want some? But I know for my youngest son, he constantly saying he hungry for snacks. And so I just got 1 for each day, got me some snacks, got us, us and the kids some Lays. I can have them wear that when we get off the plane. That will be fun. And then the reason why this is divided with the same type of snacks is this is for the plane. So I got to look up to see if Chick-fil-A is open in the morning, but if not, need to figure out breakfast. But got my husband and I guess my eldest son will probably try to steal some Red Vines. And then got myself some popcorn, got some random snacks. I did bring this and I'm gonna take them a little bowl. All right, so we got one of these, got me some of these because sometimes they have like the peanut ones that I not necessarily can't eat, but sometimes if I can't see the ingredients, I ain't opening them. So these are the snacks for the plane. I am gonna go to the store and grab like, how they have these, but like cereal. So I'm gonna grab one of those for my youngest son, just so he can probably eat the Lucky Charms without the milk per se. And if he says he wants milk, we can buy it at the airport. I'm looking at right now the refrigerator to see if I want to take any of the magnets. I think I want to take the Magic Key. Let me see. So I may take like a Magic Key magnet. So I have a whole box full of magnets. We're going to do something fun. I haven't told the kids. We're going to make like Christmas in July. So we have these magnets from a cruise that we took, and it has like Santa Claus features, and it has mom, dad, but then the rest of them don't have the name. So I'm going to see, I think we have the marker from those, it's your first day of school situation, like one of those boards. So I'm going to take that white marker with us and we're going to write their names, but I have to see if the doors are magnetic. If the doors are magnetic, I'm not going to take it. But if they are, I will show y'all once we check in. how we're gonna have the kids decorate the door, but I'm just gonna take this out just in case so that we can put this also outside our door too. This actually gives our kids, especially the eldest, a way to find the room a lot faster just in case he can't remember the number. Sometimes this will happen, let's just say if he goes to the pool by himself, because he's old enough now, he's fine. That if we say, okay, we're gonna go up to the room and chill, come back to the room, in an hour or something like that, ask somebody what time it is. It may be the case where he remember the floor, but what if he'll remember the room number? What if he don't have his phone because of the sake of going into the pool? Granted, we'll tell him to take his phone anyway, and I'll probably give him one of my little pouches. But again, it's an easy way to identify what door is yours. So I'm gonna look that up tonight. Outside of that, all right, let me charge this device that I'm on right now, which is the Osmo Pocket 3. I'm walking around in circles, trying to get it together, y'all. I'm looking for a handy dandy case. So I'm gonna charge this so we can go ahead and head down to Disney. All right, y'all, so we've made it to Disney's HBCU. Meet us dump on the yard, and it is definitely some representation. So they got music playing, y'all, so I'm gonna have to probably just montage it because I don't want it to catch it, and then, we can't publish the video. So, all right, let's cut it out, put some cool music on it, and take y'all on the HBCU ventures. I see so many sororities, fraternities, and future babies. Oh, this is so cool.
It get hotter in the summer, yeah. Hotter in the summer. The winter don't stand no chance. It's hotter in the summer, yeah. Hotter in the summer. The winter don't stand no chance. Hotter in the summer. Front of your back, be careful who you hugging, you dab. Cause these niggas ain't your brother like that. Don't really love you like that. From the land of snakes, trying to be a great. Trusting everybody that I love, that was my mistake. Turn me cold-hearted to a savage. If you fuck me over, I ain't giving out passes. Doing big shit, we ain't doing nothing average. Hotter in the summer if you ask. It get hotter in the summer. One major Mickey Mouse. Hotter in the summer. The winter don't stand no chance. It's hotter in the summer. Went from wearing Chuck Taylor to Balenciaga. Sweaty think I'm rubbing on the genie bottle. Give it nada, saying nada, I'm just pushing product. I made my waves in the winter, now my summer hotter. Better catch up. Move too swift for all the lame shit. You asking for a favor, how I know we ain't the same, bitch. Watch how I in and out lane switch. They trying to earn cheese off a K, but they ain't Swiss.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So we are leaving downtown Disney. So for the first time, they had a very good crowd. Half of the crowd still coming. I said, man, they had us on CP time. They said it would start at 6. They had some music going. Definitely had us doing all kind of shuffles. And then I'm gonna say Mickey came around 7:15. It was a nice performance. If I had to give my full review, I would say out of 10, I would give it, I don't know, because it's like, to get people together, I would definitely say that's like a 8 out of 10. The area was like a 6 out of 10 because it wasn't a big area at all. In terms of the actual performance, him dancing, definitely a 9 out of 10. However, what I wished would have happened at the end is at least if, we can't take pictures, that they would have at least turned him to each of the 3 sections in front of him. Because what happened is, think about like a U shape, and whoever was directly in front of him, they got a clear picture, video, all the things, and then they had the Disney executive people, and I guess people who work in the program, go and take a picture, which again makes sense. I wouldn't even tripping on the fact that they did not allow or get a line, because that would have been crazy. But I'm not even mad that they did not allow people to go up and take pictures. But what I would suggest is not to only be facing cameras right in front of where they're standing. So for example, if we're standing this way, he should turn this way, and this way, because that's where everybody was standing at. And that way everybody would have got their picture. But instead, when they exited they had to go through a plow of people because I don't know what happened, but as soon as they started performing, they let everybody come closer. And I said that was a mistake, because once you start getting people close, it's hard to get people back. And so overall, it was a cool experience. Definitely nice to see so many black people, you know what I'm saying? I see you. Had the kids out there. Now, AKA, y'all done showed out. I think this our weekend or something. Not I think, the ladies told me. This is definitely their weekend. And they were lit. About 1,000 of them. I'm exaggerating. Probably, definitely over 100. They were strolling actually when we left, but we are leaving at 7:27. We need to still stop by Walmart. I still need to unbox all of my Amazon stuff. But for the most part, as you saw earlier, all of the packing cubes between at least me and my youngest son is done. And now I got to go home and do my oldest son. And then my husband still has to unpack from the last trip and then pack. So, all right, y'all. Hey, what's up, y'all? So we just got home. We did the Stomp the Yard thing at Disney. And now we ran by Walmart. We got one of the boys some t-shirts. We got like some snacks. So just some of the junk food they got for the airplane. So they just got the big pack of the Feastables. Got some regular chips for my youngest. I got me some hummus and the pretzels. I'm gonna put those in the fridge. Got my boys some quick little Lunchables right here. I can put inside their backpack. Those in the fridge. And my husband got these puffed cheese chips. And then got my youngest son some Fruity Pebbles. And then tonight we're going to look up the airport to see what is open, because Chick-fil-A, forgot we're flying out on Sunday, so it is not open. So I'm about to also open up all of these boxes from Amazon right here. So while my husband is tag teaming with me to put the youngest back in the shower, I'm gonna unbox these to make sure that I have everything. All right, y'all, so not ideal. All the sisters are upstairs. Don't wanna go up there so I won't get distracted. So we're gonna start opening them up. All right, I'm gonna move through this pretty swiftly. All right, so this is, oh, it's pretty big. So this is a snack bag. So I've been wanting one of these. It was like $6. It looks a lot smaller online. So ordered this little snack bag. So I'll be packing this tonight with some of the snacks. All right, I already know what this is. We got a hydro jug. We got a hydro drug, Lord. Hydro jug. So I did get both of the boys one because they're gonna need a bottle for school anyway. So again, trying to double dip and get stuff that I know we're going to need after the trip as well. So, oh, okay, I got this from my eldest son. So it's like the black print thing, like super simple, but you can put stickers on it. This is a 20 ounce because these kids do not be drinking our water anyway. So it's pretty nice, just black. You can sticker it up. Feels soft, small bottom, so it can go into the water hole, the water bottle hole in the car. It has the hydro drug. I keep saying hydro drug. Hydro jug here. It has the stout, so I will have to tell him on the plane if he chooses to take this water bottle. He doesn't have to, but if he does choose to take it, he needs to be really careful. And usually what I did with my youngest son, and I took the top off like that and heard the like shh, like a soda, and then I put it back. All right, so that's one. I'm gonna see if he even likes this. If he don't like it, I might send it back. I didn't realize it was this kind of black print, so I'm gonna see how he feels about it, because it can technically be unisex, but maybe not. I don't know. So if he don't like it, I can send it back when we get back. All right, what we got here? So all this stuff was ordered on Prime Day. What's crazy is the website was making me feel like Prime deals wasn't gonna last until like after the 10th. And I'm like, I could have swore Prime Day is until the 11th. All right, so little bitty things. So some things we can never find in the store. So I did get my youngest son some curl cream to put in his hair, can too, but I wanted the travel size so I don't have to like scoop this in one of the squeezy bottles and then it gets stuck. Hold on, let me turn off the air because it's gonna be extremely loud. Okay, so the air is turned off. So, all right, got some more hand cream, the EOS. This one is shea butter. Shea butter. I'm supposed to say shea butter, but it says shea better. I'll make sure to link all this stuff down from my Amazon store for our Aulani trip. This is one. Okay, this looks better. So he probably will like something like this better. It's like a periwinkle. It's looking blue on this camera, and it is definitely not that blue. It's like a purple blue. I don't know, but this is for my youngest son, and this again is 20 ounces, exact same water bottle. So I'll see if they like these again. If not, I'm not gonna force them to keep these colors. I will send them back, not a problem. Now this box here is a pretty big one. We re-upped and got like double because it was $6. Shea Moisture, so we got the body wash, so I can definitely fill up our bottles for travel. So we got 2 of these. Then I do like that they added this to the top, so it'll be easier to get out. So we got 2 of the lotions as well, the Shea Moisture. It's like a glare on my face, huh? I mean, it look good. This look good when I'm close, but it's weird lighting on the items. All right, now, oh my gosh, I messed up. So I was supposed to get this, and it was supposed to say, one of these was supposed to say meds, and maybe, you know what I think I did? I added both to the cart and forgot to take one out. It's all right. All right, so maybe this will be my snacks. So I got the pink one, the big one, that comes with a handle, so I can just pull it out like such. It is pretty, you know, I mean, it's not wide at all, but I can put like chips and stuff in there. So at least it has a handle. I don't know, I'm gonna play around with this stuff tonight. If it's not doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm just like, it's a waste, I'll send it back. But I think I'll actually use this to put like a lot of the like taller snacks, and then like fruit snacks and stuff, I can put it in this one. So that's that. All right, let's see. Now we got little bitty items. So this, I want to open it, but I don't because it's like already packaged. This looks like the beach bag. I just really hope I'm able to fold it up the same way. So, okay. So here's the beach bag. I like it because it's neutral, and also it has an inside pocket. So it has an inside pocket here. It is net, where you can make sure the sand for the most part comes out, but you still have the bottom. So I would still have to do one of these. We always have sand as residue when we go back to the room, when we come back home. It's just what it is. But I like it. I'm 5'8". Let me adjust y'all. So I'm 5'8". It comes to like the middle of my thigh, so not bad. So I like it, and I was waiting for this to go on sale. And so it's nice. I'm actually gonna leave it unfolded because it can actually lay flat in the suitcase like that. So got a lot of items that's been sitting in my cart for months. These, I'm not gonna open these up. I will pop a picture up of these items. These are the waterproof foam pouches. So we did get 2 of these just because it's a total of, well, technically 4 phones, because I got 2 phones. I don't anticipate I'm gonna be taking my phone in the water, but sometimes depending on the you know, the pool that we usually get in, sometimes the footage on there is, on my bigger iPhone, is better. So we'll see. Okay. This is a SD card case. Again, some of the stuff I should have been had because I ran out of space. The more and more memory, I know people can wipe out their memory and upload it to their hard drive, but I've had issues with past hard drives, not the Samsung one that I use now, but what is it, the Lacey? Them things just stopped working, which sucks because all my footage in there. Now, luckily, most of our videos are already on YouTube, but still, like, I just like my footage. So this is like a card case, pretty thin, and you can put your SD cards in here. 2, 3. Let me see. So you can put the micro ones too. If you do micro, it's 246. And then it's also another side that has 3 or 6 as well. So it holds a good amount. Yeah. And it's literally can go in your back pocket. So I will be taking this with me. So I'm just gonna keep that outside the box. I did finally purchase some travel little scissors. I still am gonna take my other ones for my hair, but these are nice just to like have in the different toiletry bags. All right. I believe this is jewelry. That's what I'm guessing because of the little box. I'm also making wings, and I think I'm gonna have to flip them. Hold on, let me check the wings. Okay. They could wait till this box is over, then I'll stop. Oh, Amazon, y'all done showed out. I could have swore that these earrings were like at least this length. Y'all, this look like my unborn child earrings. Okay, look at these little crazy. What these kids doing upstairs? I'm gonna still probably wear them. I don't know. Y'all getting these back? Like who the hell about to wear these? Okay, no, you wrong for that. I'm gonna go ahead and send those back. So what I'm gonna do? This will be my return back box. So I'm gonna leave all that stuff in there and return it when I get back. I don't know. These little boxes kind of concerning me. Okay, so I got my Osmo. So I did get some accessories for the camera that I'm recording on, just so that it can stand up. Some of this stuff I just got it for Prime Day to not take it on the trip. But right now it's on a tripod and it's connected to the adapter, like on the screw thing. But I noticed that when I just want to stand it up, it don't be standing up. Like you need this little thing right here. So it's like a little stop. I'm gonna take it with me though, so I can have it for the room. So, cause you know I'm gonna be creating content. All right. So here it is right here. You could put it right there. So I'm gonna take that. All right, nice. Okay. And then lastly, in this box, I'm actually not gonna remove this. I'm gonna show you a picture. It's a magnetic mount for the Pocket 3. So I thought this would be nice to maybe put on the wall or the door or the window, but I'm gonna take it with me. I'm technically using this trip to also do like a CEO retreat where in the early morning or if the kids are somewhere, I just wanna be present and also work on the business. All right, so that takes me up to the last box. And so, all right, let me turn over my chicken and I'll be right back. Okay, no wonder this box is so big. It's a box inside of a box. So I did buy some wipes. These were not on discount whatsoever, but got them. So this, I got a travel razor. I'm going to see if it has the top I need because my skin is sensitive. I don't use shaving cream, but I do need the stuff on top of the razor. It looks like it has it. It has Intuition Go sensitive skin, lather and shave in one step. I don't know if they mean lather like I need to get my own. So I might have to open this. Let me see. Okay, I got a top on it. So if it doesn't have like the soap on top of it, then I'm not gonna be able to take this. Oh, it does. So see, and it's cute, little bitty one. I wonder, are these just like a one-stop shop or can you replace the head? I don't know, but that's pretty cool. So that was like $6. I'm gonna keep that versus taking my own razor. Ladies, if you know, and gentlemen, if you know, you know. My other one is almost gone. I had that one for a minute. So this one, they are good. I had the other one from Walt Disney World. So I like this brand. It makes it soothing, especially ladies in the thigh. So got me some shaping irritation skin. Okay, so you can put it here, read the box. But it does say neck, shoulders, chest area, breast area, underarms, buttocks, growing between the thighs, feet, and skin folds and creases. So definitely gonna do that. And then I think that's it. I ain't about to take this box out. Look, we got wipes right here. We are gonna take a pack of wipes there. I'll take 2. So I'll usually take a pack on the plane with me. And then I'll also take a pack in the suitcase to put in the bathroom when we get there. So that wraps up my Amazon unhauling. There is one last thing I wanted to show y'all, but I'm gonna have to go grab it. But I'm cooking right now, so I'm gonna come back to y'all and then we'll wrap up the vlog. But I did wanna show you my new little toy. So I will get back to y'all. Let me start packing up some of this stuff in some of these little bags and I'll check in with y'all in a minute. All right. Okay, so I thought that this was it. And then I removed the wipes from the box and I have more stuff. So what I thought I ordered, I got. So I saw the blue and I was like, okay, I think this is what I originally ordered. So you know those little compartment bags? I got one for meds. Now technically I have, like, let me show you. So we have like 3 of these each. Me and my son got one matching where we put our name on it. I got one for my cords. He's down there waving. I got one with my name on it, one that say Travel Mama. Then I got this blank one. But I do like the ones that actually are labeled. Now granted, I can label it myself, but not when they're $6 on Amazon. When you go to Hobby Lobby, you gotta pay for all that stuff individually. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna transfer all of the medication in that pink one. So I'm gonna put the meds in here. So I'm gonna put the medication in here. So that's one. And then, oh yeah, duh. And then I got my bottle. I got me a hydro jug as well. I did get Wild Rose, if you can see it right there. So let's open her up. Have to be careful because I just got my nails done. You know, ladies. All right, look at mine, Avery. You ready? Oh, look at her. Isn't it cute? Nice, right? You like it? Pink flowers? Nice, huh? Hey. Now mine is a 32 ounce. So you can see here the difference. They did have the one with the handle, but this can connect to like a backpack if we had a commander hook. It's crazy. I meant to go back and add the freaking hook and I never put it back in. So, okay, now that wraps up everything. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to y'all once I get that last item, which is the camera. I'll show y'all what's going on there and then we will wrap up this travel vlog. And again, if you are new here, my name is TK. I am all about abundant mindset. I am a psychologist, a wife, a mom, a CEO of 2 companies. I wear a lot of hats and I am here for Xing out overthinking and embracing overflow. And so if those are, you know, things that you want to attract into your life in terms of abundant mindset and just having a wealth of things that you desire, then make sure that you stay tuned. You know, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we're not done yet though. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned if y'all want to see the, you know, the camera that we gonna take in the water because the kids don't know I got it. Hey, what's up, y'all? So we are wrapping up. Definitely not gonna be in the bed by 12 o'clock, which is crazy. So I am using my label maker. I just poured my Shea Moisture body wash for me and my youngest son into these 2 tubes. I had another version of Shea when we went to New York, but I like this version better. So I use my label maker from Dymo, and I use extra small format, and I usually just put like body wash. And the reason why I do that is, as I said earlier, I'm going to see how this works out to put like these small bottles in there. But when I went to New York, I had everything separated. So it was like body wash everything. And there's one body wash that's like feminine wash for women only. But I don't want, especially when my husband washes my son, I don't want him, nor do I want to depend on memorization to try to figure out which one is mine. At some point, I probably need to just get some pink ones. But for now, I'm just going to use these as body wash. And now that I'm thinking of it, I probably could have left the body wash ones empty. And then I could have just labeled the other item that I have, but it is what it is. So it comes out pretty small. So I usually just cut the end so that it's tiny. And this is not working out the way that I planned. Like, probably was not a good idea to go to the Mickey Mouse thing at all. I don't even know how this doggone vlog about to be. This thing about to be almost 2 hours, and that is not ideal. Let me see how I put that on there. So I put it on there like this. Oh, that brand. Oh, so these are 2 different bottles. Look, this one is not the screw off. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave these blank because the last thing I wanna do is put this on there and then it doesn't stick. All right, so I'm gonna bring y'all a little closer. Hold on. So I'm gonna go ahead and start placing these in here. So I'm gonna put those there. I need to put the body washes in the middle. Body washes in the middle right there. Put my body wash over here somewhere to the side. Just to show you, like, I'll probably still take these just in case. Because sometimes this thing weighs down your luggage. So, got our handy dandy spray. So I'm gonna separate that. Put it down here. I see this thing all the time. I'm gonna go ahead and put my Fenty hair products on the bottom down here. So it's technically like 2 different layers. It has, oh, these bottles are like small. I'm so used to like big stuff going right here that these barely, I mean, they fit, but it's like hell room. All right. Conditioner. So I got the starter. So it has the moisturizer, the washer, the damage control, and then the conditioner. So I have that. What else did we buy? I got my shaping stick. So I got that. I'm gonna take, and then I also need to, my son said he wanna take some more lotion. So I have my lotion, but I'm just gonna put some of that in the bag and like an unused toiletry. So here's the stick. Oh, this one is a big one. Okay, look at the comparison. This is the travel one that I had. Look at this. But I'm just gonna take the big one. Look like literally deodorant. So I'm gonna take this, put it right there, and I'm gonna not take certain things because it's like, okay, so I need to put things that technically open. So have my makeup removal. Really don't be wearing no makeup out there outside of days that we do the character breakfast. I am gonna take this SPF 50 I bought a while ago. So I'm gonna take that right there. Now I do need to take my hair gel. So it definitely isn't a starter, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it anyway. Now I'm gonna go ahead for the sake of this battery and show y'all this camera because this battery is about to die and I cannot wait. This is not gonna work. I cannot wait to wait for this thing that's done charging and then record it again or finish recording because it is late. So this we go do. I'm gonna show y'all this Osmo and I'm gonna unpack it. So let me go grab it. All right, so here's the I said Osmo. Here's the GoPro. I'm not going to fully open it. I do want to do a review on it, but let's just unbox it for the sake of showing y'all which one I got. So got the GoPro so that, like I said, we can get on the water slides with this, because definitely can't take the camera that I'm recording in. So just gonna rip this open. I think that's Sam's Club. I bought it for $1.99 at Sam's Club, and I think they just put this on here to cover it up. So this is the one that I got, the Hero. It's the Hero 4K, and it comes with the camera. You get slow-mo, waterproof, lightweight, built-in mounting. Now, I believe it comes with accessories, so it does come with a case. It comes with a small memory card, but technically I can take this memory card and plug it in here. I don't know if I would do that though. I would probably clear out an old memory card and take it with me. And it looks like it comes with a charger and something to connect it to, like something. So I'm gonna have to figure out what tripod I'm gonna take, because I don't have time to order one clearly from Amazon. But yeah, that wraps up my pack prep with me for our trip, a family of 4, to Disney, Aulani, and Waikiki Beach. And so if you love this content, let me know by leaving a end of the video club emoji down below, anything that represents the beach. So I will see y'all in the next video. We will take y'all along on travel day, Aulani days, and Waikiki days. I'll see y'all later.